Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for day 24 of our Pikmin Squared Randomizer. We're currently in lap 2, and so far all we have left is the Distant Spring. I may not be able to get that done in one day. We've got mating season for one, so I have to kill enemies. I have to kind of linger around for a little bit. Unless I can get all 6 of those parts in one day, but it's not even a full day. We've got 3/4 of a day. I was kind of half hoping that we'd finish on day 25. But I had to use another day in order to, finish both the Forest Navel and the one piece in the Forest of Hope. Yeah, that kind of sucked. It's because we spent one day just searching for, or chasing down those bread bugs. Oh well, it happens. At least we've got the Dimensional Rift. That's why... Oh, no. Right, okay. This was the worry. I don't know what this means, but... This was what I was worried about when it comes to doing the Distant Spring as soon as possible. That means this entire randomizer's crap. Keep in mind, I've been playing this randomizer without editing a single video so far, in case if this happened. This was the worry. I believe this happens because it spawned a smoky prog somewhere, and it can't pathfind, and it don't like it. I don't know any of this technical jargon, but this basically means that this randomizer is dead, because I've got 5 days left in game time, and I can't go into the final area that I need to do in order to actually finish the game. B, X, and start to reset. So, I don't know if that's like an error handler for Pikmin Squared itself, but that literally means I cannot continue. I bloody hate that, man! Why does that happen? I can never get past that. Because the only way that I could think about getting around this, and I've tried it many a time before, is to go to somewhere else, just end the day, go to the next day, and hope it will let me in. But some reason, after, like, a certain amount of time, like, on a certain particular date, it just won't let me in. And I don't know why. And I'm not exactly thrilled about trying to go into the level every single time. Basically means it's a dead rando. But normally I don't take this long to get to the Distant Spring, but it's just kind of how it worked. There's literally nowhere else I can go. I can technically finish the randomizer by not grabbing all shit parts. Unfortunately, I need at least one more to have 25, and that's if they're all the ones I need. So that's not fair. I've lost because the game breaks. And I don't know what to do to get past it. Like, as soon as it loads in, it breaks. It just does this. No RAM generator. It always says that there's, like, no RAM or something, and I don't understand why it says that.
The next day.
I have fixed the problem! Story time. So, as I've said before, I had this problem on the Steam Deck when I was trying to go through randomizers in my own time, and I thought maybe a later version will fix it. It did not happen. Apparently, it's just an inherent problem with their randomizer, and only the randomizer, because it doesn't happen in normal gameplay. But apparently, the reason is not because of smoky progs, because that is actually kind of a problem in the original, where even in the normal Distant Spring, sometimes if it's in some sort of spot where it can't figure out how to get to base, the game can't make the calculation and it just locks up and brings up the error handler. I thought that's what it was upon spawn because it's a randomizer, and that is a possibility. We have seen smoky progs even outside of the Distant Spring, but it only happens in the Distant Spring. So on screen, on the Pick Hacker Discord, some people have actually mentioned this error, and here is a Gecko code that will fix the problem. Apparently it's because a ship part that is dropped by an enemy is causing the problem. But it doesn't happen on early days either. It happens on the later days. Apparently, some people have had it as early as day 18. I tend to have it on days beyond day 20. I don't know exactly when it happens, but apparently that's the cause. And again, it's only in the randomizer. Why, though, only in the randomizer is a very strange thing. Maybe it's because it's got something to do with the treasures. The Distant Spring was also heavily worked on during development because, with the original Pikmin one, because when you do the best ending and you get the enemy roll call, at least with the original FMVs, it shows a very early beta design of the Distant Spring. So I don't know if that would have a factor into it as well, because this is like on top of that, and it's also technically in Pikmin 2, not Pikmin 1. I have no idea, but it, again, only happens in randomizers. But this Gecko code just makes it work. Maybe it skips the error and it just loads in anyway, but then if that's the case, what's it fixing? Anyways, we got mating season, so I don't want to bring out my purples, which would actually be a good idea, considering there is a bunch of frogs there, but there's another way I can deal with them. And I have been around this map already, testing out the code to make sure it works. I don't see any adverse effects whatsoever. The Condo, also known as that apple that was dropped by Petey Piranha that was in here, is just sitting there, and it seems to be on its usual waypoint during normal gameplay anyway. So I don't actually know, again, why the game breaks and why the code fixes it. It must be just some weird value that it just skips over and it works perfectly fine. So there's no smoky progs in this level. We'll go with a small squad of 20 for now. And as I said, we want to be careful because it's mating season, so anything that we knock out, those Bulbul Lava from the Empress Bulblex, excuse me, will be swarming our Pikmin and devouring them in a single bite. Which again, these lava are like more worse to deal with than just normal fully grown dwarf or spotty bulbs. It's actually interesting because they have to like bend down to eat and they take a couple of seconds to chomp them, which you can still get the save. Also, what? Sure. Hopefully you'll just stay stuck at the bridge. I don't know what died over there, but I'm not exactly fond of that. One of them got squished, but small price to pay considering I weakened a bunch of them. Yeah, go back over there. Go on. Hop it. I did not mean to momentum throw, but that will actually work out rather well. I got one of them. Actually, can I just kill you normally? Oh, the freaking baby. Yep. Okay, I'm getting a little bit, scatterbrained here for some reason. Don't walk into his mouth, you moron! I tossed another Pikmin, but again, they take a while to fly, because they're yellows. Wow, just landing on him killed him. They didn't even start slapping until he was dead. The Puffstool can't bomb, they're very tanky, as we know. I just, once again, honestly, the mating season, I keep forgetting is a thing, because it's not evident until something dies and you hear the noise. Excuse me! Dude! I can't believe that happened twice. Well, at least I haven't lost too many Pikmin, I've only lost 3. And we've got tons of sprouts around the place, because we went on a killing spree. We've got one where we fought Petey Piranha. I like how the dimensional rift was a problem because I couldn't originally do it and it was in the Distant Spring after I finished it on lap 1. And then on lap 2, because it was too late into the game, it breaks. And dimensional rift is one of the things I wanted to show off. It's kind of hilarious, actually. Have I not got any more sprouts? It's just over there. Yeah, okay, cool. So, just be on the safe side. Let's blow you up. Oh. In fact, let me dismix, because I'm actually better to deal with this situation. Yeah, you're gonna come down, I'm gonna punch you. Oh, whoa, hello. Where'd you come from? Interesting. You gonna land or something, dude? Seriously, I'm wasting my time doing this. Okay, you're being annoying. Right, call back, call back, call back, call back. Dismiss. Punch. That's what I want to do. Right, did I take out... Yeah, I did take out that wall. So I've got no more walls to deal with my bombs. So I'm just gonna make things a little bit easier for myself. On this lot. I don't know why you went over there, but that's very worrying. At least there were big bombs, so we had timer. Okay, I didn't mean to toss a bomb there, but that worked. And this guy is going to be a big problem, and I have no more bombs. I don't think he was there before. Also, that ripple over there, that's a burrowing snagrit. I'm basically doing cleanup right now, just taking out some enemies, just so I can actually work on things without threat. Oh, for feck's sake. I keep forgetting I have to hang around after killing enemies. I can't just move on because of disrespectfulness. Okay, you were dead before you jumped. The height of disrespect. At least he's big enough that the bombs should reach from the water, as long as they don't slide in. So if I do it round about here, whistle them back. Hopefully they'll blow up before they hit the water. There we go. I need one more. Whoa! There's another baby! Okay, he got caught by the explosion. Happy days. That was worrying. I don't know where he came from. Like, sometimes there's just another one I just don't see, and it blindsides me. Right, are we good now? Are we good? Can I go home? Oh, I never blew up. Okay, I never did blow up this wall. Well, we got the bombs now, so... That didn't even knock it down. Okay, this is a bit worrying. Yeah, I don't normally get my yellows back that way, but I'm just trying to hurry up just a tad. I'm hearing more babies spawn. And I don't know why. I only got 4 bombs out of that? That's a very small amount. I don't think I'm going to be able to take this wall out. Because I've used too many bombs to take out enemies. I mean, if we have to come back for one more day, fair enough, but we fixed the main issue, at least. Yeah, that wall was still up. That's a problem. I'm out of bomb rocks. There's still a ton of annoying enemies to deal with, so... Why is there one in the... They're just appearing! Okay, maybe it's actually a good idea that, we're not going silly. Whoa, 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 hello! Stop jump scaring me, damn it! Hang on. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get up at 20, and then I'm gonna max out on my blues, and my blues are gonna work on other stuff while I use my yellows. And hopefully they won't get jumped. They should all be flowered. Alright, cool. Right, I've got a cunning plan. Let's get my blues. I'm coming over here. I'm going to finish these walls off. These bridges off. Because at least then that's one easy ship part. I'm going to put 25 on. None of them are actually going on it. Actually, don't I need 60 Pikmin to pick up the apple? I just thought about that. No, it's going to have to be the rest of my squad then. Right. Got 52. Just trying to see. I've got one seed there. Is this 60? No, it's only 30. I have exactly 30 blues, so that's perfect. Let's dismiss my Pikmin here. Get my blues only. They can grab this. And then I can get my yellows to come up here. So I can get this down here, and there we are. At least we've got 3 ship parts still. Single file. Come on, lads. Get that one up here. Yeah, I'm going to toss a few up here for safety. And then go with the rest. I think that's all I need. No, I need exactly 20. That was perfect. Right. Squad. Straight down. One of the bridges is built. Nice. The apple will be back in base ever so soon. That's now going back to base, which is amazing. There we go. Right, so we're still going to get 3. We're still going to get 3. And then we can tidy up the back end, because with momentum throwing, it's going to take a little bit of a while. Because if you do more enemies randomizer, it can randomize candy pop buds. So you would have to actually do momentum throwing to get yellows over there. But for this particular version, candy pop buds don't get randomized. Pellet posies do, though. I'm actually going to have to at least take out these babies. Woo! Oh, for feck's sake. Well, at least you did. Whoa! Triplicate. Yeah, I'm not going to get this bridge done. That's a shame. That's twice now I haven't been able to do that. Can we at least get this bridge bloody done? I'm taking all my Pikmin up here. It actually took a little bit longer than I thought for them to just walk down the ledge and get that back. They probably got stuck on that frog corpse. So they had to shove it out of the way. Oh well, at least we still made some progress at the very least. Oh! At least let's get this moving. Not gonna do a lot, but at least we can get it started. I think that's the Geiger counter. That's why it's making those weird noises. Right, well, could have went better, but that was basically me with my bomb rocks. I was trying to be smart about things. but it didn't work out as well as I hoped. Also, my ship is just now an apple. This is Olimar and the giant apple. Condo, away! We are finally able to continue without any problems, which means I can actually now start editing this series, even though I'm near the end of it. Kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, I shouldn't have lost those 10. I could have played that way better, especially since I knew what was already on the map at that point, but I keep forgetting about mating season. I just don't think about it because the actual level effects don't change. Plus, I was only using yellows. It's not too bad, but we can now actually finish this without any more issues, other than just me with Dandori issues. But we're locked in again. So, just like before with Louis' quest, I can now actually start editing this near the end of the actual project. I'll see you guys then.